In 1990, Coca-Cola unleashed their Magi can stunt, 750,000 cans rigged to eject spring-loaded cash prizes worth up to $500 each. Instead of magic, many customers got a mouthful of foul-smelling chlorinated water spiked with ammonium sulfate. Though harmless, it reeked like rotten eggs and turned drinking Coke into a prank gone horribly wrong. The ammonium sulfate was actually added as a safety feature, so leaking cans would smell rancid and warn customers off. But when the mechanism failed spectacularly, regular Coke drinkers started getting mouthfuls of the stink bomb cocktail without knowing what hit them. What started as revolutionary marketing technology became one of the most embarrassing promotional disasters in corporate history. The genius marketing scheme that backfired instantly. The scale of Coca-Cola's Magi can promotion was absolutely massive. We're talking about 750,000 specially engineered cans that were going to be distributed across the entire United States during the summer of 1990. Each can contain real cash prizes ranging from $5 all the way up to $500, plus coupons for free Coca-Cola products. The company was so confident in this campaign that they branded the entire summer as their Magic Summer and planned to spend millions on advertising and celebrity endorsements to support it. The engineering behind these Magi cans was genuinely impressive for 1990. Coca-Cola's engineers had developed a spring-loaded mechanism that would automatically eject the prize the moment someone opened the can. Picture this. You crack open what looks like a normal Coke can, and instead of liquid, a small cylinder containing cash or coupons shoots up through the opening. The mechanism was housed in a sealed compartment that took up about half the can's interior space, leaving the prize completely dry and protected from any moisture or contamination. But here's where the engineering got complicated. A half-empty can would obviously feel different from a regular Coke, and Coca-Cola couldn't have people shaking cans in stores trying to identify the prize cans. So they needed to fill the remaining space with something that would make the Magi can weigh exactly the same as a normal 12-ounce can of Coca-Cola. Their solution was to fill the leftover reservoir with chlorinated water, the same stuff that comes out of your tap after municipal water treatment. This chlorinated water served no purpose other than matching the weight and slosh characteristics of regular Coke. The fatal flaw came from what Coca-Cola considered their smartest safety feature. Company executives were worried about what would happen if the mechanism failed and the chlorinated water somehow leaked. Their solution was to add ammonium sulfate to the chlorinated water. Ammonium sulfate is the same chemical compound that gives rotten eggs their distinctive sulfur smell. Basically, Coca-Cola intentionally turned their weight-matching water into a liquid stink bomb. The logic was simple. If the water leaked, people would immediately smell the rotten egg odor and know not to drink it. This safety feature became the source of the entire disaster. The spring-loaded mechanism that was supposed to work flawlessly started failing almost immediately after the cans hit store shelves. Instead of ejecting prizes when opened, many Magi cans either leaked their stink bomb water or the mechanism jammed completely, leaving customers with cans full of chlorinated water that smelled like rotten eggs. Customers who had no idea about the Magi can promotion started getting mouthfuls of this foul-smelling liquid when they tried to drink what they thought was regular Coca-Cola. Imagine expecting the familiar taste of Coke and instead getting a mouthful of chlorinated water mixed with rotten egg smell. The complaints started pouring in within hours of the May 7th launch date. People were calling Coca-Cola's customer service lines, describing their drinks as tasting like fart water and liquid sulfur bombs. The mechanism failures weren't isolated incidents either. Coca-Cola's own internal estimates suggested that roughly 1% of the 750,000 Magi cans weren't working properly. With over 100,000 cans already distributed by the end of the first week, that meant thousands of defective cans were circulating in stores across America. Some cans leaked their stink bomb water onto store shelves, contaminating other products. Others had completely jammed mechanisms that turned them into expensive cans of rotten egg water. What made the situation even worse was that many customers didn't know about the promotion at all. Coca-Cola's advertising campaign was supposed to build awareness over the summer, But the defective cans reached stores before many people had seen the commercials or advertisements. So, regular Coke drinkers were encountering these malfunctioning cans with zero context about what was happening. From their perspective, Coca-Cola was just selling them poison. The volume of complaints flooding into Coca-Cola's headquarters was unprecedented. Customer service representatives were fielding hundreds of calls per day from angry customers demanding explanations about why their Coke smelled like rotten eggs. Store managers were calling to report displays of Coke cans that reeked of sulfur. Bottlers were panicking as they realized the defective cans were contaminating their regular production lines. Within 2 weeks of launch, major grocery chains were threatening to pull all Coca-Cola products from their shelves until the company could guarantee that no more stink bomb cans would reach customers. The negative publicity was spreading faster than Coca-Cola could control it. Local news stations were running stories about the fart water cans, and late-night comedians were making jokes about Coca-Cola trying to poison their customers. The promotion that was supposed to run through the entire summer was completely dead within 3 weeks. Coca-Cola had to recall all remaining Magi cans from stores, restaurants, and vending machines across the country. They issued public apologies and offered refunds to anyone who had purchased a defective can. The company estimated that the entire disaster cost them over $100 million in lost sales, recall costs, and damage control. But the Magi can failure was just the beginning of a decade filled with beverage industry catastrophes that would make the rotten egg water incident look like a minor hiccup. The same corporate blindness that led to filling cans with stink bomb water would drive beverage companies to make even more spectacular mistakes throughout the decade. Each disaster followed the same pattern: ambitious planning, inadequate testing, catastrophic failure, and executives acting surprised that customers didn't appreciate the results. And sometimes, the math behind these promotional disasters would reach numbers that made Coca-Cola's $100 million loss seem almost reasonable.